about these companies that are holding companies hostage by taking their or saying or they've got into their data or whatever, and they're not going to release it unless you pay them 6 digits? I mean, do you combat that as well?
Yeah,
no?
So that's ransomware.
Ransomware
is what it's called. They're basically holding a company hostage until they pay the ransom, and that ransom is almost always in some form of digital currency like Bitcoin, which is one of the reasons Bitcoin became so popular. It became so the price went through the roof is because people had to buy it to pay these people, and the price just kept going up. It was one of the reasons they kicked it off. So anyway, it happens more than you would think, and there's a number of organizations, even in our own city, that have been hit with ransomware. There are ways to combat that. You have to have very, very good backups, the right kind of backups, immutable backups, so that it's not something that it can go back and be changed. Because people who do ransomware have kind of gotten wise to, hey, they're just going to restore from backups. So now they're attacking backups too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
To try and keep that from happening. And having a good disaster and recovery plan in place on what happens when you get hit with ransomware.
What size of company or what kind of companies are subject to that?
Any size.
Any size?
Any size, any amount of money. They don't care. They don't even most of the time know who it is that they're going after. It's just whatever open door they find.
Wow. And they're doing it for the money, or are they just evil?
Well, I'd say it's both, but it's always about the money. I mean, they wouldn't be doing it if they weren't being financially compensated for that somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's really about the money, but they're evil people.
What can we do? I think you hit on a little bit, but if you can expound a little bit, what can we do to not be a victim of that? I heard about the backups, and I think you said immutable backups. I guess that's backups that can't be changed, I believe you said.
After they've been made.
What else can we do where if somebody come to us say, yeah, we want this, we're good. Do what you think you can, bad enough to do or whatever.
Well, there's a lot of things. So the number one weakest point on any network, do you guys think you might know what that is?
No, I
It's
don't know.
people.
Oh,
People are the weakest part
Duh.
of any network.
Yeah.
They truly are.
Yeah.
So a good security training program, having that in place is paramount, because if users are educated and know what to look for, you take your chances way down of this happening, way down. So the second parts of that are having the right tools in place to, one, try and keep you from getting hit with ransomware, or two, to isolate that machine once it's been hit so that the rest of the network doesn't get hit. So we use some good software that installs what's called a canary. Back in the coal mining days, they had canaries in there. If there was too much of some type of gas and the canary died, you knew you had to get out.
Right.
Well, this installs hidden files on the system, and if any one of those get encrypted at any point in time, it locks the system because it knows that system has just gotten hit with ransomware, and it's trying to keep the rest of the network from that happening.
Nice.
So there's a variety of different tools that you can have in place to kind of keep that from happening or keep it from spreading. And then, having a plan in place for what happens once that does happen. Those are the best things you can do.